Oh man, it's gonna be a good one, and might open up some people's eyes as to how they were arresting people, and how I got arrested for graffiti. The worst arrest of my life, really, because I got a felony for it. Back in let me see, I wrote it down. It's like 200 before I met Maven and them, so that was 260. It's like 2014. I'm walking up fucking Leavenworth Street, and I decided to catch a tag. And I wrote my name, and the next thing I know, a cop grabs my ear and twists it like almost as hard as he could. And he hit me in some kind of spot where he brought me right to my fucking knees. I knew it was a cop, so I wasn't fighting back, and so he was just a prick. He little did my dumb ass, there was a whole bunch of cops across the street at the top of the hill in Leavenworth and Golden Gate. And here I am on Leavenworth in between Golden Gate and Callister tagging. So he brings me across the street by my fucking ear. Okay, I'm in my 40s, for Christ's sakes. And he was just a dick. So he passed me off to another pig, and that cop drove me to TTF. TTF is Tenderloin Task Force. That's what the cops call their police station in the Tenderloin. TTF, TTF, TTF. Tenderloin Task Force. Just because it sounds good, I think. But anyway, I'm in the station there, and I'm thinking I'm going to get let go. So the cop that actually drove me to the station from where the pig grabbed my ear at the top of the hill, he was cool as hell. I even remember his name somehow. But he goes, bro, we're not going to be able to let you go. I said, what do you mean? He goes, that cop that pulled your ear? I said, yeah. He goes, he saw what you wrote, and Marty's on his way over here. I'm like, oh my God. You fucking kidding me? And I had dope on me, okay? So, I mean, that didn't matter. They wanted me for the graffiti. They I guess they had been okay, so Marty comes, and I know Marty from the 90s because I drove around in the van with him one time on a community service. A lot of riders did. I believe I met C4 on my trip. But anyway, the inside of Marty's van was just bombed. It was so sick. Hella ESL cats. Anyway, so Marty's, oh, so you're urban and all this. I'm fuck. So you're that guy and all this. And I'm like, man, I don't know. So I didn't say shit. He was all happy. Next thing I know, here comes transportation. They sent me to county jail. No, I didn't go to county jail. So Marty splits. He just wanted to meet me, I guess, or say fuck you to me or whatever the fuck he did. And the cop that was cool that drove me to the station, he said, check it out. I'm going to write this ticket instead of having to go to criminal court. He said, I'm going to give you CJC. CJC, for those that don't know, is the best thing to ever happen to criminals in the Tenderloin. Community Justice Court. And it's just for like the TL downtown area. A cop basically has a discretion to this is Warriors, this is the shit right here. Has a discretion to either send you to jail or give you a ticket to criminal court or give you a ticket to CJC. CJC is just fucking, you go there and it's all it is. So I went to CJC. Obviously, everyone wanted CJC. I think it's still around. What that is you got to go there every Thursday or every Friday, I think, and show up for like an hour or so. There's a judge. It's a small building. It's on like Larkin and Eddie. Anyway, so no, it's not Eddie. It's on like Larkin and Golden Gate. Anyway, so it's real easy. You go in, they give you some bullshit program to do. You really don't even got to do it. It's for 6 months generally. And the main thing is you just got to show up to court right there, not 850, but at the CJC every Friday. And people that are doing good, doing what they're supposed to do, everyone claps for them. It's one of them motherfuckers. But you complete the course, records drop, blah, blah, blah. And it's also a diversion. You don't have to go to jail if you go to CJC. You're working to get that case removed. Well, I've done CJC 3 different times. They took me all 3 times, which was awesome. Now this time was different. Little did I know that San Francisco had a database for graffiti. Okay? And all the guys that go around taking pictures of graff and then buffing it, them motherfuckers are taking pictures of the graff so they can download it onto this graffiti database. And the prior 2-3 years, to be getting wrapped right now, right then, I was killing it. And scribes on metros, because I lived out in Park Merced, so I was scribing the fuck out of the metros. I was just kind of going crazy, and not like insane up, but I made my name back, and little did I know, every time that it got buffed, including all the scribes, they marked down all my scribes in the down at the Civic Center station on the pillars, and every scribe on the pillars, on marble surface, anywhere, and any scribes they found on beauty. So one of them court dates, I show up on Friday, I'm thinking everything's good. Judge is telling me I'm going to get charged with a felony because of the amount of damage. My lawyer's like, well, how do you know he did over so-and-so amount of damage? She said, well, sir, she didn't say nothing about this database, but they pulled out this piece of paper. My lawyer told me that. He found out, but the judge pulled out this piece of paper that I looked at with my public defender, and it showed every picture of every picture of my shit, hella pictures of my shit, and hella pictures, and that's it. And I was like, how the fuck did they get this? And my lawyer, the public defender at the time, didn't even know. It was like such overwhelming evidence. And those scribes really fucked me, because for every one of those scribes, they wanted to charge me fucking 10 racks, dude. I'm talking, I had like over 100 scribes. We're talking each scribe they charged me for. Not only that, the dude that owned the building that I tagged on, that my ear got fucking yanked on, he lived in San Mateo. So then I had to pay him back, but to the San Mateo courts. It was such a fucking mess that I never paid shit. And I never changed my tag. And after I finished CJC, I kept tagging. But the thing was, I had to take a felony. And so, yeah, that was that. But the way things are going down with the police, felony ain't, paperwork, felony something, and if you get pulled over, but cops ain't fucking with people like they used to anymore. You got to be real hot boy dumbass to have a police car stop on you, even if you're running around tagging. So that was my biggest graffiti beef, dude, right there. Remember now, they got a database. Take a look next time you're down anywhere and you see those dudes buffing. Check out how they take a picture first. That picture goes to this database, and that's how they caught other dudes in the past. I don't know if they knew it. I know who, but I don't want to say who I believe got caught through that database. Yeah, man, that's my first graff felony. Now, before, I have hella graff arrests. I was on but way younger. I was on the bus once and fucking going to meet Cask in the avenues, and It's like my early 20s. And I tagged on the back of the bus. Next thing I know, here the bus, the 44 stops right at 9th and Judah. And the cops come on. And they brought me to Park Station. And, yeah, they actually gave me a ticket and charged me. Believe it or not, I didn't go to jail, but, yeah, I was arrested for that. Another time down in Glen Park, I got arrested for tagging on a thing. This dyke cop jumped out of her car and chased me down and tackled me for one tag. And then I remember going to the Ingleside station, and who's the cop there? My boy Caser, ADP. Caser, Caser. My cool Latino friend. And anyway, this cop's like, that was the station. He's like, wait. You're ADP? I'm like, yeah, bro, blah, blah, blah. He's like, man, my brother's Caser. He didn't let me go, unfortunately, because his other cops are there, but he tried to ask. Anyway, let me see what else. I got it. Other than graffiti, man, I got 2 commercial burglaries. There boosting didn't just start happening for all the OGs know this, but for the youngsters, the real heavy boosting was like started in the 70s, but now you want to talk recent boosting or semi-recent, like in the 90s, I was killing it. We were killing it. Early 2000s, we were killing it. And but we had savvy, bro. We were just bum rushing front doors of shops and hitting mom and pops. Hell no, we didn't fuck with mom and pops. We tried to be as slick as possible and get the fuck out. Guerrilla boosting has its way. I mean, if you just need the money, absolutely. And yes, I've done it before. Guerrilla boosting means barging your way out the door, knowing that ain't no one can touch you. But in my day of boosting, they had LPs. Y'all are lucky. Loss prevention could tackle the fuck out of you. They can beat you up. All that shit. I got a couple stories about one in Macy's where I stole some cologne. I went downstairs to the bathroom, and fucking door got kicked open. And 3 big ass LPs. It just kicked me in my chest and punched me up. Took the shit back and made me leave the store. I was limping. I was bleeding. I mean, that's how they used to do people. Even that Walgreens. I'm sure some of y'all have been there if boosters are listening. That Walgreens on 4th and Market, like the last one standing, because they're tough. The LPs there, I think they got LPs there still. They'll throw you in a little fucking cage. It's not a cage though. It's like a wooden cage. You can't see in or out. I was in that bitch for 4 hours, waiting for the police to come, and then the cop let me go. But be careful of that motherfucker. That's funny. Someone told me they got cop boosting at the Andronicos, I think, down in the avenues, and they're like, "Hey, dude, I seen your picture with like 100 fucking Taster's Choice." I'm like, "You're lying, dude." I'm like, "Nah, you can't be lying," because I remember getting that picture taken, and those motherfuckers called the cops. This was before the cops were really hip to the boosting, and they see 100 Taster's Choice. They're like, "Holy shit." But they took that shit from me. But the picture, bro, I'd love to get that picture. Me sitting there in the back room, 100 Taster's Choice. So the 2 commercial burglaries, one of them was hitting targets up in Santa Rosa, bro. I'm telling you. Now I don't know what's happening because everyone's hitting Target. But back then, in the early 2000s, Target can see your license plate. They can see you from the loss prevention area inside the store. They got cameras that are so good. So what it was me and my boy, we were driving around picking up receipts. At the end of the night, we would just grab the whole garbage bag, go home and find all the good receipts we could go in and return with. And receipts that that were bought with cash. Bro, we found one. It was like $4,000, all cash, and hella sick items, TVs, fucking. So obviously, we finally got caught, and they charged me with a commercial burglary for that. Another time, the other commercial burglary was here in Frisco. Safeway, they like grouped up 3 different stores, and they all 3 were actually. I went to court for this, and all 3 had representatives in the courtroom. I almost went to prison for that one, but that wasn't my fourth petty theft. This is still when petty with the prior was a law. You get 4 petty thefts, you're going to San Quentin for a year. So I lucked out there. And at ADW with my car in possession of crack way earlier when I was 18. I got 2 different possessions with intent, which were just both bullshit, bogus charges. I've never been caught straight up with anything big ever. And another dope thing is I've been in 3 high speed chases, but that's for the next one. Okay, now we'll do it now. Fuck it. One of them was me and my best friend Mike, who's dead now. We were coming up from San Jose in the late 90s, and he always had fast cars. What did he have? I don't know, he had like Alfa Romero. And we're going like 130. And all of a sudden you see this one solid red light from behind us. And Mike's a good driver, was a good driver. And so we're already like ahead by a mile. And the cop though, he keeps, it's middle of the night. He keeps weaving and we can see him coming up. So Mike hits the lights, no lights. And then we get off at the exit. I don't even know if the cop seen us. And the next turn, we turned in, went down a little bit, and boom, went into someone's like driveway, and then put the seats down. Sure as fuck, it was a CHP. He got off the same exit we did. Spotlights both sides. They kept going. Another time I was by myself, just coming around in his late 90s also, and coming down Jones in my sick Mustang, and I hung a right on McAllister. And so Jones McAllister right there at the bottom, that used to be the old Tenderloin station, police station. And so there was hell of cops parked on both sides. And so I hang a right, and I have dope on me and shit and money, and I'm not paying attention. Boom. Oh no, I hang that right. I scraped the whole side of a cop car with my car. Oh my God. And come to a red light. And where the cross street's a donut shop. So I just passed the Hibernia Bank, which was the police station. And right when I did that, I look in the rear view, and I just see like 7 cops just looking at each other and start running to their cars. And one starts running to my car. Boom. Hit the light. And I had such a faster car, bro. I went left, right, blowing everything. End up on fucking the freeway. Boom. And I dipped. And I don't know how I dipped, because they were in their car. On one of the turns, they were literally a block behind me turning when I was turning. I'm so lucky on that one, dude, because, man, I'm just lucky, bro. I didn't kill no one, anything like that. And then the third, I guess, a little high speed. You can't call these the first and the third, this one a high speed. But I was driving down 19th Avenue with my boy Mike, who's dead again. And, man, we were going like fucking, driving like devils, bro. Going way too damn fast. And all of a sudden, here comes a narc. And I remember it was an old Dodge Diplomat, the old ass narcs. And he was like 3 blocks behind us on 19th, but he sees us blowing all the lights down 19th. So he puts his light on, and we hung the first left, got into the neighborhoods, and just like on the last one, we'd get a block down, turn right or left. Ooh, that motherfucker was on us. And we knew there was going to be more cops. He's on the radio. So Mike did the same move, bro. We went inside someone's, when we had a good head start, went inside someone's driveway, cut the lights, everything. Man, that narc went right by us. And we had to stay there for like an hour because we had a scan. Mike had a police scanner, by the way, and we could hear all this shit. Man, I got so many goddamn stories with that police scanner, doing shit with that scanner we weren't supposed to do. But that'll come in time. You know what I mean? That motherfucker's probably why in prison right now, though, for real. That scanner saved me and Mike when we were doing our thing. All right, y'all. Have a good day.